We are in the heart of South Carolina today, in the capital city of Columbia. There's so much to experience here, everything from classic Southern food to live music and art, and today's adventure, shopping. And not just any shopping, no. Today, I'm going antiquing for the first time with the help of a local historian. So let's go for it. This is John. John, tell us a little bit about yourself and your history in the local Columbia area.
Sure. Well, my name's John Shear, and I'm a local Columbian. I was born and raised here. I work for Historic Columbia, which is the contractual steward of this property, the Robert Mills House. It's the reason that we came to be in 1961, and I've had quite a history here. I've had the pleasure of working as the Director of Cultural Resources and learning so much about Columbia and Richland County, and a lot of different people who come and visit here, and actually learn a little bit about myself as well.
So you are a storyteller at heart.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So why do you think people, when they're visiting a new city, want to hear the history of that place?
I think that people enjoy learning about different places because they're just by nature curious. And if you're visiting a town, maybe you seek out the historic sites, maybe you look for that special meal, maybe you take in some type of local performance. It gives you a feel of what the locals are like. But it also maybe tells you a little bit about yourself as well.
Everybody wants to be like a local. The locals know all the secrets, right?
Probably so.
Yeah. So our mission today is antiquing,
yes.
Right? But you mentioned we are here on the grounds of the Robert Mills House. So tell us a little bit about this property and its significance to Columbia.
Sure. Well, the Robert Mills House is associated, of course, with its designer, Robert Mills, who was a native of South Carolina. He is the first federal architect who has a huge footprint in the state of South Carolina, most notably in jails and courthouses that he designed. But nationally, you might know him for his work with the Washington Monument, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah. So this is one of 5 National Historic Landmarks in the capital city, and it is one of 6 properties that Historic Columbia takes care of.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for having us today. Thank you for helping me out today. So our adventure that I'm so excited for is to go antiquing. Do you think that people can experience history through something like antiquing?
Absolutely. I think antiquing is a great way to access the past, and I like being able to have tangible links to our past. So getting an opportunity to shop around a little bit is kind of fun.
All right, well, let's go do some digging. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
So we are at Old Mill Antique Mall right over the river in West Columbia. John, have you spent a lot of time here?
I have. This is one of my favorite destinations, quite frankly. I have found a number of really wonderful things over the years, including, I think probably the best piece was a circa 1815, 1820 English shell edge platter that was absolutely amazing. And it was very similar to some of the pieces that we saw earlier at the Robert Mills House.
Yeah.
But so many different finds all over the past couple decades, and yeah, I do spend a lot of time here.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot to take in, so why don't we go for it?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I know everywhere I turn, there's always something that catches my eye. There's also the thrill of the hunt, finding something, you're hunting for something. And sometimes you just find things you can't live without.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that? I have no idea, but I can tell you.
But I need it.
But I can't live without it.
I will find a place for it.
See what kind of treasures are upstairs.
I want to buy this. This is so cute. I mean, I know it's, historical, but it's also fashionable.
You want to try it on? Here you go.
I would love to try it on. You gonna help me?
Sure.
Let's see if it fits.
Eisenhower jacket. Let's see.
An Eisenhower jacket.
Yeah, so that's the cut.
Wow.
What do you think?
I don't.
It works really well with the pink.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You think the pink?
Yeah, Absolutely.
I might have to grab it.
Looks pretty sharp.
1994 NCAA Final Four.
Got my postcard, picked that up,
Awesome.
and also found another great local find. So
Local find.
Walter Edgar actually was my thesis director when I was in grad school.
No way.
Absolutely. So,
Wow.
and this is a good copy, nice quality of a book that was published in 1986, and it has all of this really cool information about Columbia. Remember I was talking about visual literacy earlier? These
Yeah.
are great photographs.
Yeah, this has been so much fun, but I feel like this is what you've been like the most excited about. Do you have a thing for books?
I do, and I know where we can find more.
Ooh, okay.
Just down the street.
All right,
Shall
let's
we?
go for it.
Let's go
Yeah.
for it. So,
Where are we? Where have you brought me?
I brought you to Ed's Editions.
Okay.
and
You're clearly very excited
Yeah,
about
this is kind of like my second home. I spend a lot of time here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you how much time, but I always find something worth putting on my shelf. New book, old book, rare book. They have it all.
So if somebody's coming to visit Columbia, they need to stop.
Yeah, for sure. This is a must-see destination. Ed and Eric, the proprietors here, and they're always on the lookout for the folks who come in the door, whether it's first time they've ever seen them or it's somebody who's often here. And this is a tailor-made experience. It really is.
Okay, well let's do some digging and see what we can find.
Okay. I found one.
I found one too.
Cool. What'd you get?
Charlie's Columbia Backyard.
Nice.
So very on brand, very local, but also the little boy's blind and it looks like my son, so
That's a must buy.
I think I might get it.
Very cool.
Found a nice little treasure.
Nice. What's a nice way to finish up a wonderful morning?
Yes, thank you so much for bringing me around, showing me some of your favorite spots.
You're welcome.
And I had a lot of fun. I feel like I heard some really cool stories from you, but also a little bit nostalgic going down memory lane,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, a great way to spend a day.
Absolutely.
Y'all, today I learned there are all kinds of ways that you can experience history, whether it's going shopping or taking a tour with Historic Columbia. Places like Old Mill and Ed's Editions are doing such a great job of preserving stories and creating ways to tell new ones. So whether you take a tour or go shopping, there's always something new to discover about South Carolina and yourself. So just go for it.